Everybody that's follows social media knows that you not a fan of Fortnite. What's the deal there?
No, it's just something I just think it like epitomizes the world, and like I see all the guys playing it, and then they have these big old earphones on, and you try to talk to them or call them, they can't hear it, so it's not good for the world.
I think one of the better quotes I've heard about you is you're kind of an older guy trapped in a younger guy's body. Is that a pretty good description?
Oh yeah, they always call me granddaddy around here.
A lot of things you seem to be, and I know you've answered this question a lot, but avid fisherman, kind of a country guy coming from the lower state there. What what kind of talk us about some of your hobbies, things that you like to do, how that kind of helps, with the coach, like with Bentley and stuff like that, and some of the other guys, just kind of getting them out doing something maybe they haven't had a chance to do before.
Yeah, like I told, I think it was the state newspaper, they did an interview on me. I just feel this summer fishing, it was one of those things that just brought a lot of guys closer together. I've seen Casey Crosby fish, Rashad Fenton wanting to go out, and just a bunch of guys who, never had the chance to do it and experience. They always wanted, they had a fun time doing it, and I felt like we could get away from football but still be around each other, so it only helped us.
You have to make them put their phones down and stuff like that and focus on just fishing.
You don't have to worry about that. We don't have any signal.
I know another thing about yourself too is one of the things I know that you hear about an offensive lineman is if they're good, you never hear their name. Mm-hmm. Well, you yourself, there's been a lot of kind of quiet skepticism about just how good you can be. Yeah. You came off a tough injury a couple of seasons ago. Last season was, kind of a growing period, not necessarily in a bad way. But, what do you see from yourself this season? Do you really feel like that you could be one of the better offensive linemen in the SEC?
Yeah, I feel that with our training and everything we do, and Coach Wolf and Coach Dillman and Corey Miller and his staff, the way they put us through all the training, I feel like our starting five could be pretty dominant. I feel we could lead the SEC in many categories, and I just feel like me, myself, being the leader of that group, I think we came a long way from this summer, and you've seen people's bodies change a whole lot more from last season to this season. So our progress is in the making, and it's like a standard now. We'll set the standard. Those are guys who wants to recruit, and those guys can play here at South Carolina.
And I know you keep mentioning Coach Wolf's name, and I know a lot of guys love Sean Elliott. He did a lot for the university. But what is it about Coach Wolf that really takes you guys to the next level?
It's just his knowledge, and I feel like he knows exactly what it takes because he just left the NFL, and he's seen how those guys train, how they work, and how they come every day with a good mindset, and that's what he's trying to instill in us. So it's either that way. He treats us like professional athletes. He tells us that all the time, so that's the way he coaches us.
And I know with the offensive linemen, you guys kind of got beat up last season. As a lot of people, media members saying things, like, well, if the offensive lineman was kind of the weak link, so to speak. Do you feel like you guys were the weak link last season? Do you feel like it was a kind of a transition year going from one coach to another coach, or how does that really affect you guys as far as just being able to tune that out and do your job?
Yeah, I mean, we tune all that stuff out. We know what we can do. We know what we got to do better, but that's why we work so hard this offseason, so we don't have any doubt that we'll be a weak link on this team. We're all in here this together, and that's what Coach says. He says he's going to get us in the position to win, and if we don't, he put it on him. But we all know that it's us, and we got to go out there and perform every week.
When you talk about the starting five, of course, you're considering yourself in that group, which, I completely understand that. But just talk about the other guys in that group there. What are they capable of now that you have seen that maybe wasn't there this time last season?
Well, at this point right now, it's not really a starting five. You got to perform well. You're not guaranteed a spot. But the guys that's starting tomorrow's practice, I feel everybody put in the work. Everybody took ownership and all of the mistakes we made and everything. And this year, between last year, we were trying to build on us. We're cutting sacks downs and just get more yards in the run. But, I mean, last year we had 9 different lineups. Every guy that's an offensive line for South Carolina has to be ready to play.
And I know, offensive linemen, you get beat up. And, the day after a game, I've talked to folks before, who said, the day after game, you don't even want to roll out of bed because you're so sore.
Yeah.
Like with you guys going against the level of competition that you do, what exactly can you do to kind of maintain yourself so that you can go every week?
Well, it's what you do out of here. You got to be a guy that has good nutrition. You got to work out. You got to live even during the season. Just keep your muscles active and everything like that. You got to have good recovery. ice tubs, you know, get in the training room, whatever they got for us to do. So if you want to last long, you got to recover.
And just when you look at the guys across the line from you, you're going one-on-one with those guys. Is there anybody that sticks out with you right now, like a Kinlaw or maybe somebody that we haven't talked about that you kind of look forward to going against because it really pushes you to your limits?
Yeah, this training camp, it's gonna be violent. So you know, you got Kinlaw, you got Kier, you got Kobe, you got all of them. So D-lines, they've been working just as hard as we have. I mean, we work out right across each other from each other. So we motivate each other, but at the same time, it's very competitive to get each other better.
And just last question for you. Tell us your best fishing story.
My best fishing story. What is my best fishing story? I say one time, probably my buddy from back home. His name is Buck, and we probably went fishing. I think he like fell in the pond trying to reel in a big bass or something like that. It was pretty funny. Yeah, it happened a while ago. I've been fishing so many times. I mean, every fishing story.
They just kind of run together after a while.
Every fishing trip is a story, so you got to be there to see it. You got to come out one day.
All right, I appreciate it.